As for that little punk, just break his arms and legs and that'll be the end of it. Tien Vu's face paled in terror. He quickly turned to Vo Quan, loudly pleading for help from the great warrior. Although I don't know who you are, great hero, I beg you to lend me your aid. Please, I swear I will remember this kindness for the rest of my life. Hearing this, Vo Quan dashed forward with lightning speed. He asked, you said you'd remember this favor for the rest of your life? A gentleman's word is his bond. Suddenly, a blinding light erupted. An earth-shattering energy surged outwards. Bao Tang was stunned, frozen in place for a moment in astonishment. Suddenly, Vo Quan appeared. He delivered a swift punch straight to his face, sending Bao Tang flying backward, his defenses shattered. The underlings who witnessed the scene were utterly terrified. Young Master Vo Quan bellowed, I have defeated Sima, Bai of the Sima clan. Anyone else who wishes to share his fate, step forward. Seola couldn't help but be astonished by the scene before her. Mugun kept urging and threatening the group. Hurry up, move it. Watching them frantically flee, Mugun smirked inwardly. Cowardly rats. I'd like to wipe out these vermin myself. But I need to sabotage their relationship with the Sura Moon clan first. He paused, a cunning glint in his eyes. Then, money. Young Master John and Miss Sangwon bowed their heads respectfully. Thank you, young master, for saving our lives. We will forever be indebted to you for your kindness. We will engrave this kindness in our hearts forever. Mugun smiled. There's no need for formalities. Seola stepped forward, seizing the opportunity. If you wish to repay us, we have a small request. Her words made them both look dubious. What kind of request? Seola made her proposal. Could you lead us to the Medicine King's Valley? John Woo hesitated. Well, Seola quickly used clever words to play on his emotions. But isn't this the safest place right now? We were chased all the way here for helping you too. If you want to survive, this is the only way. Seeing you hesitated, uncertain what to do. Finally, he sighed and said to Seola, I understand. We'll do as you say. Hearing his agreement, Seola turned to Muyang, a smug look on her face. Muyang nodded back, his eyes filled with satisfaction. The group then continued on their journey. Deep within the depths of Cheontong Valley, in a room belonging to the Yakwang clan, Muyang was sitting and talking with John Wupio. I'm the head of this clan, he said. I'm truly grateful to you for saving the life of my unworthy son. The Thunder God's predecessor replied. Muyang humbly responded, it was nothing. As the Thunder God Senior, this was a small matter. Yu Shao, filled with rage, reproached, that good-for-nothing son of mine. I painstakingly taught him so much about the dangers of the world. Yet this still happened. I have no face left to see you. Wu Jun quickly consoled him. It's not that serious. But the Huangbao family won't let this go easily. They value their honor and reputation greatly. Moreover, the Sima family, no. Even the Shura sect of the Nine Heavens demonic sect won't spare the young lady. They desperately need support from Shandong. Elder Yu Shao was so angry he felt a splitting headache. He pondered for a moment, then replied, Indeed, but Medicine King, we don't have the power to stop them. Wu Jun seized the opportunity to speak. Elder Yu, please don't worry. I promise to protect the Medicine King and help him escape those treacherous families. Yu Zhao's eyes lit up with excitement. Is that true? He asked eagerly. However, I do have a favor to ask of you. The Thunder Spirit Pill. Yu Shao thought to himself, that's the legendary pill of the Celestial Sage. Meanwhile, Xue Ying and Qian, young Master Yu and Miss Shangwan, were strolling through the Medicine King's pavilion. This place is truly magnificent, she exclaimed in admiration. Miss Shangwan was equally enthralled. Yes, it's as grand and splendid as a palace. But will we be safe here? What if they pursue us all the way here? Young Master Qian Yu stepped beside her, comforting her gently. Don't worry. This place is protected by treacherous terrain. It's a blessed sanctuary, impenetrable to outsiders. People who pass by this road wouldn't even know this place exists. Suddenly, within the Medicine King's pavilion, a mysterious energy erupted, radiating a brilliant light. The sight before them left all three of them horrified. Young Master, what's happening? I don't know. This has never happened before. Just then, a guard appeared and reporting, the protective barrier is being destroyed. Hearing this, young Master Qian Yu's eyes widened in disbelief. How is that possible? How do they do it? This is unbelievable. How could they find this place? The guard replied, they must have brought in a formation master to break the barrier. The barrier They marked the young miss with 100-mile tracking incense. They placed it on her and followed the scent here. The explanation made young Miss Shangwan gasp. A scent on me? How? Shuang couldn't stand idly by any longer. She spoke with a worried tone. Young master is strong, but we cannot let you face the Huang Bao clan alone. Alone? Wu Jun smiled and said, my internal energy has been restored. I alone am enough to handle this. Moreover, earlier, I asked the clan leader to refine 2 spirit pills for me. With them, my internal strength will increase significantly. Suddenly, young Master Qin, you spoke confidently. I will complete it within 3 days. Thank you so much, young master, for troubling you, Wu Jun replied with a bow. However, Xue Ying still frowned with worry and said, but young master, I'm afraid. This barrier won't hold for 3 days. Wu Jun calmly said, then we must find a way to buy some time. The scene changed to Huang Baoming, who is now furious. Who is it? Since when? Who dares to sneakily hide in my camp and sabotage the formation? One of Baoming's subordinates rushed in to assess the situation. He reported that young Master Tai was still clinging to life, but his pulse was extremely weak. His refined movements and techniques were likely lost forever. Hearing this, Huang Baoming erupted in a furious rage. He roared, cursing the scoundrels who dared to humiliate his family. And now they were adding insult to injury. Sima Zhong Xie suddenly spoke, his voice dripping with sarcasm. How shameful! The prestigious Huang Bao family has allowed such a disastrous event to occur, renowned as one of the 7 most powerful families. Yet they've let Bao Ming become so enraged. Bao Ming roared back, how dare you speak to me with such insolence? If the Sima family had sent their troops to assist us, this matter would have been resolved long ago. Zhong Xie, unwilling to back down, retorted loudly, your Huang Bao family boasts of its great reputation, yet you can't even capture a single young lady? Bao Ming, hearing this, loudly rebuked him. That brat, he's the one who defeated Huang Bo Sung. You saw him with the young master yourself, didn't you? That's why I assumed you asked them for reinforcements. That's right. Young Hyop gritted his teeth, insisting the young master was on a trip. I've told you countless times. That's absolutely impossible. Isn't our constant bickering exactly what they want? We will deploy more formations. If you need, I'll send more troops as reinforcements. Hearing this, Huang Bomin lowered his voice. Fine, I don't want to be indebted to you, and there's no reason for me to be. My warriors are enough. Quickly summon more formations here. If that's the case, Sima Yung Hyop cursed inwardly. What an arrogant fool. I must destroy those bastards immediately. They plan to use the lives of those people to prove the surrogate's revival. However, with the current strength of the royal guardian family, it's not enough to carry out this sinister plot. But who knows? They might be hiding, waiting for the opportune moment, and will suddenly launch a swift attack. If strong enough, they could completely wipe out the entire royal guardian family force. And this heavy responsibility will likely fall on Surabi's shoulders once again. The Flying Eagle squad must be deployed immediately. Meanwhile, at the Medicine King's residence, Si Liang is releasing messenger birds into the distant sky. She thinks to herself that the task of sending letters as requested by Master Mugan is complete. Everything has been taken care of, but that young master doesn't have any time to chat with her. So now, she will go check on the progress of the elixir refinement. Upon entering the room, she immediately encounters the affectionate scene of the lovebirds. Young Master Qian Vu and Miss Shangwan happened to encounter Shuang. Shangwan Bai Ha expressed her surprise. Miss, you've arrived? Yes. I want to check on the progress of the elixir refinement. Miss Shangwan replied with a smile. The Thunder Spirit elixir will be completed in about half a day. The other elixirs will be finished within the next 3 days. Everything is going according to plan. Hearing this, Xue Ying respectfully replied, Understood. I will report back to young Master Wu Jun. She then quietly left. Miss Shangwan returned to attend to Qian Vu. She gently asked, Are you tired? With you by my side, I don't feel tired at all. A faint sadness welled up in Xue Ying's heart. She thought to herself, Miss Shangwan is always by young Master Qian Vu's side, supporting and encouraging him. It seems I can't be of much help to young Master Wu Jun. The only thing I can do now is... But amidst her deep contemplation, she suddenly spotted a suspicious crack that had just formed on the protective wall of the Medicine King Valley. The moment she noticed the barrier was broken, Tuet On immediately ran to inform Vo Quan. Young master, something's wrong. However, Vo Quan seemed to have anticipated this and wasn't surprised at all. So fast has the Hong Bao family found a formation master already. This time is different from before. Breaking through a formation set up by a formation master will be much more difficult. Then we'll just have to directly confront the Hong Bao family. But deep down, Vo Quan couldn't stop pondering. Initially, I planned to use the Thunder Spirit Elixir and the inner core of the Yin-Yang poisonous unicorn snake to break through, then attack them directly. Seeing this, Tuet unworriedly asked, "Are you planning to face the martial artists of the Hong Bao family alone again?" Vo Quan confidently asserted, "Soon. The Thunder Spirit pill is almost ready. Once you take it, young master, you'll be completely fine." Despite this, Shui Ying couldn't hide her worry. The Huang Bao family has raised their defenses. They're heavily guarded against this surprise attack, and they've significantly increased the number of expert guards. So, for the young master to face them alone is truly too reckless. "I want to go with you, young master." Wu Jun finally spoke, interrupting her. "Thank you, miss, for your concern, but I can't let you face this danger with me. This will undoubtedly be an incredibly fierce battle. I won't let them succeed easily. So please rest assured, I won't be fighting alone." Elsewhere, Mu Oc received a letter from him. "Brother Wu Jun has recounted the entire situation to me. Surely, he wants my analysis and a plan of action. Even if Brother Mu Gun possesses unparalleled martial arts skills, the Wangbo clan remains a formidable force to be reckoned with. However, the Wangbo clan's forces participating in this battle are not numerous. The majority are members of the Sima clan. Brother Mu Gun is in grave danger and requires urgent assistance. In the dark of night, amidst the dense forest, the relentless clash of weapons echoed like a tragic death knell. Mu Gun fought alone, his figure flickering in and out of sight amidst the enemy encirclement, facing countless dangers. Enemies, like a pack of ravenous wolves, surrounded him from all directions. Their ferocious power forced Mu Gun to exert all his strength to parry each blow that threatened to tear space itself apart. But all proved futile, unable to faze our protagonist. Amidst the deadly encirclement, Mu Gun thought to himself, "They are indeed formidable." In a moment of carelessness, Bowman seized the opportunity to unleash a fatal blow towards him. "Anyone who dares to obstruct the Wangbo clan shall surely die." In this precarious moment, Mu Gun couldn't help but feel a surge of worry. As expected of the Imperial Treasure family, their weaponry is truly exceptional. The coordination between their elites is truly remarkable. Their reputation as the elite force of the 7 great families is well deserved. However, all of that is still too naive and inadequate. Suddenly, Mu Gun leaped into the air, putting them instantly on guard. Has he broken through our formation? Our impenetrable formation, broken so easily by him? Impossible. That brat was hiding his true strength all along. I heard that the Purple Horse family's assassination squad was completely annihilated at the Thousand Flower Pavilion. Could have been this kid. From another corner, Seol, I'll watch the battle, and thought to herself, young Master Mu Gun hasn't used his full strength yet. It seems like he's waiting for something. Suddenly, Mu Gun shouted, "I warn the warriors of the Imperial Treasure family. Retreat at once, or you will regret it. The actions of the 7 great clans are disrupting the peaceful lives of innocent civilians. Can this truly be called justice? Furthermore, the truth is clear. The Sima clan is your true enemy." Wangbo immediately retorted, "The Sima clan is our enemy? What are you implying?" However, Mu Gun firmly asserted, "I am giving you a golden opportunity to recognize the Sima clan's sinister plot." But that wasn't enough to sway Baemyang. "I will silence the mouth that dares to insult the Wangbo clan permanently." With the situation on the brink of disaster, Mu Gun's only option was to fight. "You Wangbo clan members only know how to use force." Suddenly, a sharp sound echoed from the forest. Sangyu, hearing the strange noise, felt suspicious. Moments later, he was ambushed from behind by a masked assailant. At this crucial moment, the Sima clan arrived. "Kill them all. From this day forward, the Huangbao clan will be considered accomplices to the kidnapping of Lady Shangwan." Baoming was furious when he heard these words. "You despicable villain, how dare you falsely accuse me?" Wu Jun immediately retorted, "It wasn't me. These words you should say to those sent by the Sima clan. Don't you realize yet that the Sima clan is using you?" He completely ignored Wu Jun's words. Silence. I will chop you into 100 pieces. The power of Bao Ming's attack was truly terrifying. Suddenly, a masked figure ambushed Wu Jun from behind. Fortunately, he managed to defend himself in time. In this critical moment, Wu Jun was forced to use his thunder arts. To find a solution, think again, you fools. The might of the thunder technique instantly sent Bao Ming flying, filling him with utter terror. What was that just now? In the blink of an eye, Bao Ming regained his composure and realized it was the thunder god descending. The remaining men began to panic. Heavens! Could that be the thunder god? Distracted, both men were swiftly taken down by the men in black. They screamed in despair. Kill him! Kill him now! Everyone attacked. In a frenzy, they charged towards Vo Quan. But with a single thunder god strike, he effortlessly took them all down. Each one was left scorched and blackened. At that moment, Vo Quan conjured 3 lightning arrows. Each black-clad figure, struck by an arrow, instantly perished. But the assault didn't end there. The valiant warriors also utilized their shields as weapons, hurling them directly at the enemy. A single blow was enough to knock them down on the spot. Thunderbolt strikes, conjured by the elite troops, launched a coordinated attack, encircling and annihilating the black-clad figures. In the blink of an eye, after a swift rotation, the shields returned to their owner's hands. Witnessing the extraordinary power of the Bao Ming army, he was left speechless with terror. What in the world is this guy? Suddenly, a blinding light erupted, capturing everyone's attention. What is that brilliant golden light? It seems the young master is facing a fierce battle. Hogan breathed a sigh of relief. Martial army? Martial arts? What's that? The young master's martial arts are truly a sight to behold, aren't they? What in the world has happened to this boy over the past few years? What happened to him during those years? Yes, everything here is under control. We should help Mugun. A commoner saved will be deeply grateful, sincerely thanking their savior. You are truly. However, they quickly left. True, righteous heroes of the martial world. Understanding this is enough. Back to Mugun's fight. Right now, he seems to be severely injured, coughing up blood. Seola witnessed this scene, her heart filled with worry. Young Master Mugun's internal energy seems to be reaching its limit. In this breathtaking moment, Mugun thought to himself, damn it, I don't even have the strength to lift my arm anymore. Even after using the lightning star divine pill, is this level of power already my limit? Or did I overexert my chi energy just now? Taking advantage of Mugun's severe injury, Bowman quickly grabbed his sword. He's in danger. Seola rushed over in a panic. He must be stopped immediately. In this perilous moment, hanging by a thread, Seola appeared just in time, rushing in like a whirlwind. She blocked his path, halting Bao Min's advance. He roared in fury. Another brat. But the young woman stood her ground, bravely facing him. Sir, do you truly intend to wage war against the Wangbo clan? So please stop this senseless fight. However, Bao Min remained stubborn and obstinate. Get out of my way if you don't want to die. Our true enemies are the Tula clan and the Sima clan. At this moment, he seemed to have lost all reason. Their schemes and manipulations against you are crystal clear. Are you all so blind that you can't see it? The Tula clan has been annihilated by the Thunder God. The Death's 7 cities are completely destroyed. Isn't that right? And even if what you say is true, I cannot spare those who have defiled and humiliated the Wangbo clan. By the Wangbo clan, everyone thought Seola had perished here. But when she opened her eyes, she discovered that Bowmin had suffered a deep wound on his face. Shockingly, it was Mugun who had inflicted the injury. Exhausted and drained of his strength, he collapsed to the ground. Seola quickly caught Mugun, her heart filled with remorse and regret. Suddenly, a voice called out from behind them. There's movement over there. There they are. Hurry. Hearing this, Seola's heart was gripped with overwhelming worry. They're warriors of the Wangbo clan. I'm alone. What can I do? How can I get the young master out of here? Fortunately, it was Hogan's group that arrived. We finally found you. My lady, please rest assured, we're here to help. The entire Western faction is aware of the current situation. We'll help you both now. Meanwhile, at the Wangbo clan's base, Boin was deeply worried after hearing the report. Huang Bomin, Huang Bo Wang. The entire elite force led by Huang Bogun, dispatched to Thousand Song Valley, has been completely annihilated. The loss to our warrior ranks is truly devastating. Bo Jun remains hesitant, uncertain of the terrifying power possessed by those hidden within Thousand Song Valley. Moments later, Bowen offers the assessment that those who slaughtered our warriors were imposters, the survivors from Abich. All report being attacked by a group of mysterious assassins. They fought back desperately, tried to eliminate these masked killers, to prove their own innocence, to prove they were not the enemy. Furthermore, the identities of the slain masked assassins have been confirmed as members of the Dark Eagle Squadron belonging to the Sima clan. As for young Miss Shangwan's situation, that doesn't matter anymore. We need to hunt down those who dared to impersonate Sima Bai. Perhaps the most urgent thing now is to thoroughly investigate and see what connection these people have with the Sima clan and what their true motive is. Finally, Baojun was convinced. You're right. Regardless of the reason, it's clear that the Sima clan has dealt a critical blow to the Huangbao clan. We must get to Thousand Echo Valley at any cost and find the mastermind. Back with Wu Jun, he was lying down, recovering from his injuries. Shui Ying sat beside him, her face filled with worry. His body was burning with fever. It was Lei Shen's martial arts that saved Tianmi Ge. Because of his severe injuries, Wu Jun was delirious. Luo, I'm sorry. I will definitely return to you. I promise. Wu Jun's critical condition caused Shui Ying to worry deeply for him. Indeed, I am the young master of the heavenly secret sect. What I can do for young master Wu Jun now is... Shui Ying decided to use the Heavenly Thunder Harmony technique to heal Wu Jun. Until dawn the next day, Wu Jun gradually regained consciousness after a long period of unconsciousness. Shui Ying wearily sat up, wondering where she was. But suddenly, Wu Jun realized Shui Ying was sitting beside him. Since when? A small sound woke Shui Ying from her thoughts. Seeing her awake, Wu Jun softly said, Miss Duan, have you been diligently caring for me? His sincere gratitude made her blush. It was nothing. It's what I should do. Wu Jun hurriedly got out of bed, filled with remorse. Because of my arrogance, I almost ruined everything. Young master, you should rest more. However, Mu Wan noticed something different. I feel more refreshed than ever. That sleep was truly profound. My entire body feels lighter and more relaxed. Although my vital energy was damaged, my internal energy seems to be improving. Before leaving, Mogan couldn't help but ask Silla curiously, this miraculous power could be a gift from you, miss. I won't hide it from you. In truth, I am a young master of the heavenly secret sect, to repay the kindness of Senior Thunder God from years past, who once saved our sect. I used internal healing techniques to treat young Master Mu. Mu Wan was deeply grateful for Siola's sincerity. This must have been very difficult. You must have exhausted yourself greatly. I don't know how to properly express my gratitude. Held by Mu Wan for the first time. Siola seemed to be completely stunned and flustered. No, it was just my duty. Just then, Hogun rushed in from outside, his face flushed with excitement. Hey, Mugun, I heard you were awake. You're finally awake. But the scene unfolding before him caught him completely off guard. I didn't see anything. Really? You two just keep enjoying your sweet moment. Mugun quickly tried to explain. It's not what you think. A moment later, at the blessed sanctuary, Nabang gave his report. We've finished all the preparations for the evacuation. We're ready to depart. Mugun was pleased to hear the report. Excellent work, everyone. You've done well. Immediately relocate the Medicine King's Valley to Nanjing. Mugun turned to give instructions to Master John Wu. Our sword company in Nanjing will secretly escort everyone to the Becca sword sect in Wenzhou. Upon arriving, you can settle down in the Intang Mountains of Zhejiang province. Hearing this, the young man was overjoyed. Young Master Wu Jun, I will forever be grateful for this kindness. This is but a small gesture. Unfortunately, I don't have much, but please accept this small gift. There's no need. This much has already helped me greatly. After receiving the gift from the young man, Wu Jun set off to return to the Bai family. Wu Jun expressed his gratitude. Thank you for your help, even though it wasn't your duty. Hogan softly replied, Don't mention it. We're friends. Besides, I apologize that this time Before he could finish, Hogan quickly interrupted. No need to explain. I was just wandering the world and happened to pass by here. The matter of the Medicine King family. I was completely unaware of this. But I'm truly grateful for Hogun's sincerity. Mu Wan is deeply touched. I will repay this kindness. Take care. I'll be waiting. You'll have to repay me handsomely. Suddenly, Siola appears and calls out to Mu Wan. I heard you acted alone again this time. Mu Wan admits it. Yes, I was going to meet with the Wangbo family, to observe and negotiate with them. I want to convince them to join forces with us to defeat the Sima family, but I don't know if I'll succeed. Seol worriedly advises against it. I'm afraid it will be very difficult, even though you have a lot of experience dealing with them. Even Mu-1 hesitates at the thought. It has seemed that way. However, Seol offers a suggestion, but I think I could try to persuade them. But Mu-1 disagrees. It's not that I doubt your abilities, miss, but I fear you might be in danger. Your safety, and that of the entire group, is my top priority. Therefore, I can't allow you to risk coming along. Seol Yang remained insistent. Thank you for your concern, young master, but I'm not afraid. As the young mistress of the Kian Milgak, I'm always ready to face any danger. Furthermore, I sincerely want to assist you. Faced with her determination, Mu-gun reluctantly agreed. Very well, I trust you. Thrilled by his approval, Seol Yang was overjoyed. That night, the Wangbo family's men arrived in droves, searching every nook and cranny. Not a soul in sight. Have I arrived too late? Bao immediately ordered his subordinates. Quickly dispatch a pursuit squad. They can't have gotten far. However, a soldier rushed in to report to him. General, your subordinate has just discovered this. Bowron immediately untied the letter attached to the arrow and examined it carefully. The next morning, all of Bao Ren's soldiers marched to a thatched hut deep in the forest. Without hesitation, he kicked down the door and roared, "Whether you are Master Jiao or anyone else, today you will face punishment." Despite Bao Ren's fury, Wu Jun calmly replied, "We have been expecting you. You audacious rats. You dare to point." Pointing their swords at the Huang Bao family, the enraged martial warriors hurled insults. "No matter how much you boast, it's all useless. I'm sure you all know about the Sima family's cruel plot." The warriors spoke with indignation. Seol Yang then stepped forward to mediate. "While we can't resolve this issue with the Huang Bao family right this instant, shouldn't we face the greater enemy together? Perhaps you've already learned." Seol Yang paused for a moment, then continued, "that those who were responsible for the murder of the Huang Bao family's warriors at Thousand Echo Valley were the Flying Eagle Squad of the Sima family." As Seol Yang finished speaking, the warriors seemed to regain their composure. "That's right," a warrior confirmed. Seol Yang continued, "We are the ones who protected the warriors from the relentless pursuit of the Flying Eagle assassins. We need to end this senseless war and focus all our efforts on confronting the Sima clan." However, Bao Run remains skeptical, unable to fully trust us. "I understand that, but I can't be certain if you have any secret alliances with the Sima clan or not. So, please understand, I can't immediately place my complete trust in you." That's why Seol Yang figured you would think that way. What would the Wangbo clan say if a lady like me were kidnapped? Even now, Baoren still doesn't trust us? How can the Flying Eagle leader convince me? It's hard to trust us right now, so we'll take the Wangbo clan hostage. Seol Yang's proposal leaves Mu-gun completely bewildered. "Wait, Lady Do, what did you just say?" Hearing those words from Seola's mouth, Baoren felt a bit flustered and embarrassed. What's going on? Are we really going to challenge such a powerful Huang Bao family? That's completely unnecessary. I will place my trust in you this time. Bao Nan's words made Vo Quan breathe a sigh of relief. Seola turned and whispered into Vo Quan's ear, "So, young master, do you think I'm impressive?" Vo Quan smiled reassuringly and replied, "In that case, I'll have to rely on you again. Just now, I was so scared that my soul left my body and my heart almost jumped out of my chest." Hearing that, Seola shyly covered her mouth with her hand, her face blushing. A talented young master like you also knows fear. The scene changes to the bustling landscape of Nanjing Qianjiao. In a deserted corner of the street with few passers-by, a shadowy figure lurks, their movements mysterious. The remaining members of the Heavenly Secret Sect will definitely come here. I can capture them and turn them into hostages. I must do this, so he could expose the imposter posing as the young master. Otherwise, his own head would be on the chopping block, especially under the master's watchful eye. Just then, his target, Seola and Wu Jun, appeared in his sights. That must be the young master of the Qian Milgak, he thought. With that, he quickly slipped away, ready to set his plan in motion and reveal the truth. Meanwhile, the other two followed the cargo carriage as it left the city gates. Hidden in the roadside bushes, a group of assassins lay in wait. Their leader barked out the order, "Capture them alive. Don't let them escape." They lunged towards Seola first, but a sudden bolt of lightning struck, throwing them into chaos. The commander was stunned by the unexpected turn of events. Wu Jun smirked at him triumphantly. Never thought a big fish like you would fall into my trap so easily, he taunted. Enraged, the commander sent in more men, quickly trying to stop him. But the more men charged forward, the more they were repelled, unable to touch even a hair on Mugun's head, let alone engage him in a fight. Realizing the unfavorable situation, he attempted a desperate escape. But unfortunately, his cowardly intentions were seen through by Mugun. Where do you think you're going? The shield soared into the air, embedding itself into his back before flying back to Mugun's hand. The man collapsed on the spot, unconscious. Back at the mansion, Myung frowned and grumbled incessantly. You suddenly went on a trip abroad, without saying a word to me, and you even brought along a large group of people, saying you wanted to borrow a boat to take everyone to Wonzhou. I really don't understand what you're planning. And you even asked to borrow carriages to transport luggage. Your actions are always beyond my expectations. He scratched his head apologetically. I'm sorry, Mississippi. Hearing this, Unayo Ran shifted her indignant gaze towards Seol-yang. After all, the tasks young master undertakes are undoubtedly of utmost importance. But to witness a lowly servant girl by young master's side, my faith in you has been shaken. Seol-yang, hearing her words, felt a pang of sadness in her heart. She lowered her head, not daring to utter a word. Mu-won quickly spoke up to explain. All of this is for the future of the Becca Sword School. Of course, it will also greatly benefit the Yoon family, the Merchant Guild, and even you, Mississippi. Dan Seol-yang is not a mere servant. She is a bright and resourceful young woman. She's always been by my side, helping me greatly. He placed his hand on Seol-yang's shoulder, causing her to blush. I sincerely apologize for leaving without notice and causing you distress. My lady, for the greater good of the Merchant Guild and the Sword Set, please forgive me. For the sake of our future, can you let this go? Hearing his sincere and heartfelt plea, her anger gradually subsided. I was a bit rash. I understand. I will lend you a boat from the Yoon Merchant Guild, the Yoon family's Merchant Guild. Don't worry about the transport. I will arrange everything. But from now on, if you plan to go anywhere or do anything, please let me know beforehand. He breathed a sigh of relief, having finally appeased his beloved. Seol-yang was still blushing from his unexpected touch on her shoulder earlier. Her face was as red as a ripe fruit. They then strolled together outside the city walls. I'm sorry you had to hear those harsh words because of me, she replied. It's all right. I'm used to this, because I really am just a lowly, insignificant servant girl. That young lady must harbor special feelings, a deep affection for the young master, doesn't she? That's why she became so jealous when she saw me. It's understandable, really. If I were her, I'm sure I would have acted the same way. Realizing she was about to say too much, she quickly covered her mouth with her hand and fell silent. Mugun, standing beside her, smiled and replied, Why are you teasing me with such a strange tone? Could it be that you've fallen for me, miss? His playful words were like a bomb, exploding in her head. Seeing this, Mugun quickly turned away to try and fix things. I apologize. I was only joking. Suddenly, he ran forward, stopping her, and said loudly, But miss, you truly are someone very important to me. From now on, I hope you will always be by my side, my lady, and use your extraordinary abilities to assist me. To repay you for your dedication, I promise to bestow upon you all that I possess. She seemed extremely pleased by his sweet words. Yes, I vow to serve you with all my heart and soul, young master. The scene shifts to a quiet room. Vo Quan is meditating, calming his mind and spirit. But Tuet-on's words keep echoing in his thoughts. Tuet-on's words from earlier linger in his mind. Miss Doan's lovely face and sweet smile keep flashing through my mind. Despite having gone through countless reincarnations, I still can't escape the tribulation of beauty, although I truly have no intention of getting entangled in romantic affairs. Now is not the time to think about love. If I want to grasp the essence of Senior Doc Ko Duong's martial arts, I need to focus all my mind on cultivation. Only then can I master the Hon Ka Do Tai technique. He takes the pill, brings it to his lips, and swallows it resolutely. Suddenly, thunder boomed and lightning crackled, echoing through the air. Meanwhile, in another location, Zhong Jing gritted his teeth in a furious rage. That brat finally got what he deserved. Now a fight to the death with the Huang Bao family is unavoidable. With the Huang Bao family is inevitable. Summon Shura Sword Sovereign and Shura Blade Sovereign to me immediately. Back in front of the inn, the innkeeper, who had planned an ambush, was now tied up. Wu Jun had kept his word. Baorin looked at the man sprawled on the ground, his face filled with astonishment. Wu Yun spoke up. So now, will you join forces with us to defeat the Sima family? He replied, yes, we would very much like that. Wu Jun stood tall and proud, fearless and radiating an aura of authority and power. Witnessing this, Baorin felt utterly confused and bewildered. It's enough to make my head explode. The scene shifts to the rooftop terrace. Mu Ok rushes over. You must be worried about brother, right? Seal Young turns around, surprised to see the boy there. Young master, please just call me Mu Ok. Although I'm also worried, I have faith in him, because he always accomplishes extraordinary things, beyond everyone's expectations. She recalls his earlier words. I've received enough help from you, so please go to Nanjing first. Mu Ok continues. By the time he returns, you'll still have much to learn from the other senior sisters. She cheerfully replies, I will do my best to live up to the young master's expectations. As they chat animatedly, someone's displeasure becomes evident on their face. Yun Tang didn't want to hear anymore. She turned and walked away in silence. In the bustling capital city, people were gathering around the notice board. What's happening? The Wangbo clan just sent an ultimatum to the Sima clan. They declare that the power of the Surrogate within the Sima clan is weakening. The Surrogate? Isn't that one of the 9 heavenly demonic gates? If the Sima clan doesn't hand over the mastermind, they will face severe consequences. Meanwhile, at Zheng Qiang's residence, his face was incredibly dark. Those Wangbo bastards. How dare they openly threaten us like this? Their audacity is astounding. He let out a sinister smile. Very well. If they want a war, I will gladly welcome them, and they will suffer tenfold. Elsewhere, 2 martial artists were leisurely strolling when they were suddenly ambushed by 2 assassins. News of this quickly reached Bo In and Mugun. We're under attack. The Sima clan has launched an assault on our warriors. I can't believe they dare to strike first. Cornered rats will always bite the cat. The old man clenched his fist and said resolutely, Don't worry, their strength is no match for ours. Wu Jun replied, Of course, sir. Their preemptive strike is likely a desperate attempt to gain an advantage, or perhaps a ploy to allow their leaders to escape. We need to seize their headquarters quickly. Hearing this, the old man nodded in agreement. I anticipated this. We've already made preparations. Furthermore, we have allies who will assist us. As dusk approached at the Sima clan's main headquarters, Wu Jun led the vanguard. We've swiftly blockaded this base. Those who have caused so much pain and suffering. To think that the Namgung clan is also present here. It's not just our faction, there's another group as well. Furthermore, one of the 5 top experts of the Namgung clan, Namgung Hao, is also here. He's acting very friendly. He came right up to greet us. Our Namgung clan acts according to the righteous principles of the martial world. But I'm truly unsure if we can trust those who conceal their identities. Mu Wan hastily apologized, but bitterness welled up inside him. The detestable Namgung clan, as arrogant as ever, both past and present. Then he explained, Actually, I've been secretly tracking the movements of the 9 Heavens Divine Set. Therefore, I ask for your understanding. We couldn't reveal our true identities. His request denied. He showed his displeasure and turned to leave. Well, things have come to this. I'll have to trust you all on this one. Wu Jun thought to himself worriedly. The current situation is truly not optimistic, but he will pay dearly for daring to betray me. The old man was also deep in thought. What's happening? So young, yet possessing such unfathomable power. Truly a hero emerges from youth. Let's deal with the Sima clan first, and then investigate this young man's background. The old man asked, When will we launch the attack? Gong Hao asked back in a daze. The all-out attack will begin at midnight. As soon as he finished speaking, a deafening explosion rocked the earth. They're attacking. It's the Sima clan. From within the thick smoke and dust, 2 colossal figures loomed, gradually becoming clearer. They were Azura Blade Venerable and Azura Sword Venerable. The 2 of them gave the order to attack for the entire army. Both sides clashed fiercely, swords and blades colliding relentlessly, dust and debris filling the air. Meanwhile, the 3 leaders remained motionless, yet to make their move. Why would they dare to attack first? Even if they counterattack, their forces are insufficient to withstand us. So why are they being so reckless? Could it be that this is all part of some cunning plan? That guy deliberately ran out here to cause trouble and provoke us. His main objective is to buy time for their leaders to escape. We must act quickly. If we lose track of them, If they escape, all our efforts, all our plans will be ruined. With that, he shot off like an arrow. Mu Gun, riding atop, his lightning flash, striding leopard, soared over the enemy troops like he was gliding across water. Witnessing his incredibly smooth movements, the two old men were stunned, their jaws dropping in amazement. After a moment of surprise, the two elders decided on their course of action. We must pursue them at once. The three finally made their move simultaneously. They charged straight into the enemy's stronghold. Those herein still don't realize the huge power difference. They're still boasting arrogantly. Your time is up. Wu Jun activates his lightning god's heavenly eye, searching for something. It's right there on the stairs. As for these small fries, I can clean them up with just a few moves. Wu Yun rushes forward, yelling at the other two to stay back. He lunges forward, smashing through the wall with a single punch. Inside is a secret passage. How could they have dug a rat hole like this? So that's it. You must have thought you escaped successfully, didn't you? He throws his shield onto the water, transforming it into a smooth surfboard. But you've messed with the wrong opponent. There's a faint light at the end of the passage. They can't have gotten far. Those two accomplices just boarded the yacht with Trong Kin, preparing to escape. It seems like Sword Saint isn't making any moves to chase after them. Perhaps we've gotten away. Just as he finished speaking, Vo Quan suddenly appeared, leaping onto the deck. Seeing Vo Quan's sudden appearance, they were stunned for a moment. Trong Kin angrily shouted, "You're truly stubborn. Who are you, daring to obstruct us?" Vo Quan smiled confidently. "You ask who I am? I am the one who punishes scum like you." Hearing this, he frowned. He won't even reveal his name. But at least he isn't as low as those who use despicable tricks to cover up their own wrongdoings, to hide their wicked deeds, their own crimes. He snorted coldly, fury burning in his eyes. The two ferocious La charged forward to attack. "Since you've discovered our true identities, your only path is death. Looks like I have to use the myriad transformations technique, the ultimate shape-shifting offensive technique of the Nine Heavens divine demon set. This vile creature has completely transformed his physique, merging with the demonic race. Azura Blood Prison." Mu One calmly countered the Azura Sword Sovereign's attack. The despicable Azura Blade Sovereign launched a sneak attack from the right, but Mu One detected him and sent him flying, throwing them all back. "Those are my words to you." A fierce battle erupted, turning the ship into a raging inferno. Mu One entered the thunder god descent state, his power shaking heaven and earth. Murderous aura billowing, Mu One pointed at the enemy with a cold voice. "That bastard. Could he be the thunder god?" Mu One retorted, "If you know that, then obediently accept your death." Mu One's first target was the Azura Blade Sovereign. He could only barely defend, unable to counterattack at all. Seeing the unfavorable situation, the remaining one rushed to help. With his comrade's support, the battle remained at a standstill, with neither side gaining a significant advantage. Two of Tala's subordinates were breathing heavily. "Even if I and Surablade Master combine our strength, it will be difficult to deal with this devil." With a single, swift swing of his sword, Mu One sent the two men flying back, unable to defend themselves. The remaining subordinate stood nearby, seemingly powerless to intervene, only able to shield himself from the flying debris. He then began to focus his magic, the Sura Blood Jade glowing brightly. Mu One sensed this terrifying magical power, a premonition of impending doom washing over him. The subordinate roared, unleashing the immense magical energy he had gathered directly at Mu One. Mu One struggled to defend himself, the subordinate's attacks growing increasingly ferocious. Intoxicated by the power, the subordinate absorbed the magic of the other two, feeling his own strength surge uncontrollably. As if losing all reason, he charged forward with blinding speed. Mu One focused all his energy, forming a powerful sphere of lightning. He aimed his sword at the oncoming attackers and unleashed the destructive lightning sphere. Moonlight Rain. The final blow aimed straight for the leader, but he swiftly blocked the fatal attack. Mu Gun was exerting all his strength to maintain a constant flow of power, creating an impenetrable shield. Seeing his attack was completely ineffective, Mu Gun decided to engage in direct combat. Young Kyung, standing behind the defensive line, warned, "Don't underestimate the Blood Azura." A barrage of blood-red magic power shot out, obscuring the vision, and forcing Mu Gun to retreat and defend. He was soon wounded in the shoulder. He's completely different from any opponent I've ever faced, Mugun thought to himself. Now receive my ultimate move. The two bodies that had just been taken down suddenly sprang back up. Mugun was utterly astonished by this precarious situation. Quick as lightning, he created a bolt of electricity beneath his feet and launched himself into the air. The radiant aura of the lightning god lantern technique helped him maintain his balance in midair, preventing him from falling into the abyss. Lightning god's light sword, flying thunder sun sword. Countless lightning bolts surrounded the blade, dense like an electric net, sparkling with terrifying power. He lunged towards the leader, his sharp blade piercing through the seemingly impenetrable defensive shield. The arrogant enemy assumed his defenses could withstand any attack. With lightning speed, the Noyet Quan Dan Tian martial soldier closed in on him. You bastard. Damn it, I won't die alone. He launched a frenzied counterattack, blow for blow. He absorbed his opponent's electricity and retaliated with drops of blood that shot out like deadly bullets. Struck by the unexpected attack, his entire body felt like it was pierced by thousands of needles. The pain excruciating. He lost control of his body and plummeted to the ground. Tu La sneered contemptuously. This blood demon will send you to the underworld. But in the future, the Nine Heavens divine demon sect will forever. Mid-sentence, he abruptly stopped, witnessing Mujian's terrifying transformation. An immense power, like a raging storm, enveloped his entire body. The blinding light radiating from him grew increasingly brighter, too intense to look at directly. The protagonist stared directly into his opponent's eyes, his gaze as sharp as a blade. Useless. You're all talk. Just empty boasts. You scum. All 9 of you, Demon Gate angels. I will send you all to hell. Mugun channeled all his inner strength into his sword, pointing its sharp tip directly at the leader. He was stunned, caught completely off guard. Mugun's terrifying power enveloped the villain. Even while facing death, the leader remained fiercely loyal to the Demon Gate. He roared, "Long live the 9 Demon Gate angels." After finishing off the villain, the boat shattered into pieces. Mugun, as if electrocuted, lay motionless on the deck. The quiet night slowly passed. The current carried the wreckage to a strange land. Soyanawa was riding her horse nearby when she suddenly spotted the drifting wreckage. Curious, she approached it. Suddenly spotted a motionless figure lying there. It was unclear whether the person was dead or alive. Elsewhere, people were cleaning up the battlefield after last night's fierce fighting. A disciple rushed in to report to Huangbin and Namgung Hao. Reporting, no one survived. Hearing this, Huangbin asked, "Have you found Sima Zhongjing?" The disciple replied, "We haven't found any trace of him yet." Just then, another person rushed in and reported, "We found Sima Zhongjing." Sima Zhongjing's charred body was carried out and placed on the ground. It seems he tried to escape by boat. But why is his body burnt to ashes like this? The state of the body is very strange. Everyone gathered around Sima Zhongjing's charred body, murmuring amongst themselves. Huangbin pondered, speculating. On this body, there are signs that the attacker of our clan, at Thousand Song Valley, left a clue. It seems he has accomplished his goal. Hearing this, Namgung Hao expressed his surprise. What did you say? That person, that brat surpassed his own limits, single-handedly defeating such a formidable master? But where is he? Bao Ran pondered for a moment and replied, "Perhaps he didn't intend to kill him." Gung Hao looked up at the vast sky and said in a low voice, "This matter may not be that simple. If he's still alive, I fear a great storm will sweep through the Jianghu." Back to our protagonist. He is gradually regaining consciousness after a deep sleep. Warayan is grilling fish nearby. He slowly opened his eyes with a bewildered expression. I fainted? Where am I?" Mu Wan sat up abruptly, clutching his head. Warayan casually enjoyed her grilled fish and said, "You're awake. I thought you were a corpse washed up from the river. That startled me. You seem to have come to your senses. You're lucky. That kind woman brought you some fish." Wu Jun was stunned when he saw her. Miss Lianhua fed the fish directly into Wu Jun's mouth. "Hungry, aren't you? This fish is delicious. Grilled fish would be even better." Our hero ate with gusto. Lianhua took the opportunity to inquire about what happened. "But what exactly happened to you? How did you end up adrift on that wrecked boat?" Wu Jun ate the fish while looking at her thoughtfully. "A woman wandering the world?" He suddenly noticed the sword at her hip. "That's definitely a sword from the Bota Sword sect. The Bota Sword sect is a sect exclusively for women, a place where talented and cunning female swordswomen gather. Just as the rumors say, It's a renowned sword sect in the Jianghu. Lianhua, who was eating fish, suddenly turned to him. Noticing Wu Jun's intense gaze, she asked, "Is there something on my face? Or is it because you rarely see a woman traveling alone, especially one carrying a sword like this? Are you surprised?" She finished with a light-hearted laugh. However, this young lady looks truly extraordinary. Wu Jun looked at Lianhua sincerely and said, "Miss, thank you for saving my life. Thanks to your heroic intervention, I am still alive. I truly don't know how to repay this kindness." Lianhua waved her hand dismissively and smiled. "There's no need for formalities. Helping those in need is my duty. My name is Xiao Lianhua. If you want to repay me, then tell me your name." Wu Jun replied, "I am Bai Wu Jun. My name is nothing special." Suddenly, Lianhua stood up abruptly. "Your name is very nice. Besides, we seem to be about the same age. Why are you being so formal with me?" She gently placed the worn cloak at his feet. Lianhua smiled warmly and asked, "Meeting like this, perhaps it's destiny. Would you like to become friends?" Wu Jun was hastily putting the cloak on. They looked at each other, a sudden silence falling between them. After adjusting his attire, he finally spoke. "To befriend such a breathtaking beauty as yourself is truly an honor. You're quite intriguing." Lianhua walked towards her white horse, turning back to tease him. "Or perhaps you're older than me?" The male lead quickly replied, "We're the same age," although it wasn't true, as he had lived a previous life before her. Lianhua continued the conversation. "I'm heading to Hangzhou. Where are you going?" Wu Jun sheathed his sword and replied, "I'm not sure yet." He thought to himself, "Perhaps we should each go our separate ways. Perhaps we should return to Wenzhou by water." But after a moment of reflection, he said, "Let's go to Hangzhou instead." As they were preparing to leave, a group of horsemen galloped towards them from afar. The leader of the cavalrymen was none other than the young master of the Black Sword clan, Yang Chu Chue. Upon seeing him, Lianhua felt a wave of annoyance wash over her. "He's following me again. If I'm not mistaken, he's the young master of the Black Sword clan, Yang Chu Chue, right, Wu Jun?" Wu Jun looked surprised. "Do you know him?" Lianhua recounted the incident that happened not long ago. "The other day, I went to the tavern for a drink and accidentally had a bit too much. He showed up and started harassing me. I had to teach him a lesson and run. After that, I sent people after him." After hearing the story, Wu Jun exclaimed, "This is troublesome indeed." He pondered for a moment. If it's the Black Sword clan, then their power must be immense. For a young master of such a large sect to be in Shaoxing, being chased by a young lady again. Huh? How pathetic. After a period of waiting, the cavalry finally arrived. Yang Chu Chue leaped off his horse and strode forward confidently. "Young lady, this is Yang Chu Chue. Your search is over. I was drunk last time and acted improperly towards you. This time, as the young master of the Black Sword gang, I sincerely ask for your generous forgiveness." Mu Wan found his actions puzzling. Instead of apologizing, it seemed more like he came to pick a fight. This Chu Chue guy is really doing it wrong. Like a condescending elder, he said to Yanawa, "Therefore, young lady, I will overlook your rudeness. So let's just call it even. Otherwise, there will be no other choice but for you to bear the consequences for your violent actions. Last time, you wouldn't want things to get more complicated, would you?" Witnessing his arrogance, Yanawa felt a surge of indignation. She stepped forward, her voice sharp as she retorted, "This is utterly unacceptable. How dare you bring your soldiers here to threaten me? Is this how a Bang leader behaves? I refuse to waste my breath arguing with a despicable lowlife like you." Enraged by Yanawa's rebuke, Chu Chue thundered, "I was going to spare you, you insolent girl, but fine. Today, I will teach you a lesson you'll never forget." Sensing the escalating tension, Mugun moved to intervene. But Yanawa quickly stepped in front of him, boldly declaring, "I've never been afraid of him." But Yang was restrained. Sua Che grew even more enraged by the young woman's defiant attitude. He lunged at her, attacking fiercely. The young woman showed no fear and refused to stand still. Instead, she nimbly charged straight towards Sua Chue. Her unexpected action stunned Sua Chue. Lianhua unleashed a series of lightning-fast blows to his stomach. Sua Chue stumbled backward. In just a few moves, he was foaming at the mouth and lying unconscious on the ground. Seeing their leader defeated, his underlings cried out in panic, "Young master!" 3 or 4 thugs rushed forward, attempting to surround and attack the small woman. "You brat, you dare lay a hand on the young master?" Lianhua looked at them with contempt. "Are you men really going to gang up on one woman? Aren't you ashamed?" Wu Jun stepped forward with a stern expression. If you have no shame, I will discipline you in place of your parents. With just one hand, he effortlessly took down 3 thugs. In the blink of an eye, they all crashed heavily to the ground. Mu Gun turned to Yanawa and said, "Is this enough to repay you for saving my life?" She stepped forward and pointed directly at his face. "You're a martial artist? You look so scholarly and weak. I thought you were some rich, spoiled young master from some noble family." Misunderstood, Mu Gun could only chuckle awkwardly. "I'll take that as a compliment." He ran towards the motionless CEO Chui. "Let's finish them off and get out of here quickly." Yanawa immediately asked, "What are you going to do to him?" Mu Gun gripped CEO Chui's head and slowly drew a dagger. "I've been through this many times before, so it's clear if we save him now, we could get into unnecessary trouble." Yanawa rushed over and snatched the dagger, trying to sheath it. "No, how can you just take someone's life like that? This act is absolutely not righteous." Mu Gun expressed his disagreement. "He's not just some common thug. He's a minor sect leader of some kind. Sparing him will only lead to endless trouble. He'll definitely come back for revenge." Xiao Yinhua immediately retorted, "That could happen, but we can't just kill someone as we please. No matter how cruel he is, we should give him a chance to redeem himself." Faced with her firm reasoning, Mu Gun was speechless. Truly a naive and kind-hearted young lady. Just as the rumors about the Bao the Sword Sect say, they are all righteous and benevolent heroes. Hearing him say that, Xiao Yinhua was surprised, her cheeks flushing red. "What? How did you know I'm from the Bao the Sword Sect?" Mu Gun turned to explain. "A woman traveling alone with a precious sword. It's not a common sight. Therefore, it was easy to figure out." Hearing this, Lianhua hesitated and stammered an apology. "Because if I revealed my true identity, I'm afraid it would cause a lot of trouble. It's understandable that you turn your back and leave. So, you don't need to feel guilty. I also have many things that are difficult to tell you, young lady. Besides, how long are you going to stand there frozen? Aren't you going to Hangzhou anymore?" Wu Jun mounted his horse and urged Lianhua on. She quickly regained her composure and replied, "Yes, I ride very fast. Try to keep up." "All right, let's see." The two of them spurred their horses into a gallop on the road to Hangzhou. After a long journey, they stopped to rest at a small pavilion by the roadside. Their 2 steeds grazed peacefully outside. From inside the pavilion came the clanging of metal. Wu Jun and Xiao Lianhua were sparring with swords. Witnessing her every move, the male lead thought to himself, "This is indeed the legendary Bao the Sword Sect's technique. Agile, graceful, and incredibly elegant." The man and woman were completely engrossed in their enthusiastic swordplay. They both seemed to see each other in a new light. Night gradually fell. The bright moon had already hung high in the sky. Wu Jun and Lianhua enjoyed dinner together under the moonlight. He leaned back comfortably, taking a long sip of wine. Lianhua, sitting beside him, asked, "I see. You're from the Bai Jia Sword Sect in Wenzhou, but I still don't understand. What exactly happened that caused you to be adrift on the river, and for me to rescue you?" Looking at her flushed face, it seemed Lianhua was slightly drunk. Hearing her question, Wu Jun replied casually, "It's a long story." Lianhua offered him the wine jug. "Let me pour you some more." He quickly stopped her, gently chiding. "A woman shouldn't casually pour wine for a man. Don't you know that?" But Yanawa ignored his offer, pouring herself a drink instead. "I'm not just any ordinary woman. Besides, I want to experience everything myself. All the exciting things I've never had a chance to do on this adventure, on this adventurous journey." Hearing her honest confession, Vo Quan enthusiastically raised his cup, raising his own cup. "Then let's drink to our heart's content. Let's drink until we're completely intoxicated." Yanawa didn't hesitate to clink her glass with his. "All right, tipsy," Yanawa innocently asked Vo Quan. "What kind of wine is this?" The young man smiled in response. "The more you drink, the better it gets, right?" In the midst of their merrymaking, an unwelcome interruption occurred. From afar, a group of men aggressively approached. It turned out to be the young gang leader, surnamed Yang. Humiliated from his defeat earlier that day, he sought revenge. He had gone to find someone influential to help him get his revenge. Yu Song looked them over inquisitively and asked, "Are these the brats who humiliated the young master?" The man behind him responded respectfully, "Yes, great warrior." The other man, carrying a massive blade, said, "Although this matter concerns the young master, I don't particularly care. However, we can't let that girl get away with this." Hearing this, CEO Chui said excitedly, "If Great Warrior can help me get revenge, I will reward you handsomely." Yanawa, standing in front, tightened her grip on her sword. She spoke coldly. I heard everything. You were given a chance, and you didn't appreciate it. Mugun also got into a ready stance. A powerful energy surged around him as he said, a leopard can't change its spots. You, leave this to me. With that, he unleashed a surge of energy directly at Yusong. He hurriedly used his massive blade to block the powerful attack. His face filled with bewilderment as he muttered, what the hell is this? As for Yanawa, she had drawn her sharp sword from its sheath. She directly engaged in battle with Chu Chue's subordinates. Each of her sword strokes was lightning fast, precise, and graceful. In the blink of an eye, Yanawa had closed in on the young gang leader, Cao Cao. That smug little villain was suddenly struck by 2 fatal sword blows. Yusong turned his head in utter terror. He screamed as he saw the young gang leader fall right before his eyes. Mugun was rushing forward with incredible speed. He roared, what the hell are you looking at? Then swung his sword down with a powerful strike. Yusong quickly raised his blade to block, but it was all in vain. His massive blade was sliced in half by Mugun's sword. Yang Chu Chue, struck by Yanawa, bellowed in pain like a wounded bull. Witnessing the disgusting scene, Yanawa couldn't help but curse. You despicable bastard, you deserve to die. He was like a whimpering puppy, groveling at her feet, begging for his life. Please, miss, forgive me. Have mercy and spare me, just this once. I swear I'll never come near you again. Yanawa turned away, coldly rejecting his pleas. No, you've run out of chances. She raised her sword high, determined to end the villain's life. But just at that moment, another sword appeared, intercepting her deadly blow. Stop! Yanawa frowned in annoyance. Brother Mugun, do you want me to show mercy again? Look at that CEO, Chui trembling on the ground. What happened? I'm just regretting not getting rid of him sooner. Besides, before the male lead could finish his sentence, CEO, Chui interrupted. Wait, I'm the young master of the Black Sword Gang. If you dare kill me. He didn't get a finish. Mugun punched him hard in the stomach. Co Chui collapsed, dead. After sheathing his sword, the martial soldier said, I wouldn't want your hands stained with the blood of such a lowly, insignificant creature. Yeonya blushid, stammering. Oh, thank you. Seeing her hesitation, the man urged her. Come on, before someone sees us. Yanawa hurried after him, but her heart was in turmoil. What is this? Every time I see him, my feelings become so strangely confusing. She placed a hand over her heart, where a torrent of emotion swirled. I've never felt this before, this strange fluttering. Pushing aside her wandering thoughts, the two continued on a bit further until they came across a breathtakingly beautiful landscape. Yanawa exclaimed in delight, wow, this scenery is amazing. Wow, the scenery here is magnificent. Muon also felt his soul soothed. It's truly breathtaking. This scenery is like a paradise, Lianhua exclaimed, admiring the picturesque landscape. Lost in the beauty of the cascading mountains and rivers, we seem to have forgotten the passage of time. It feels like returning to those carefree days of youth. Wu Jun suddenly blurted out a rather abrupt compliment. A beauty such as yourself leaves one mesmerized, unable to look away. Hearing this, Lianhua burst into laughter, seemingly amused. What's this? Are you teasing me? Back at Bao Temple, I never had the chance to enjoy such beautiful scenery. Even though I know you're just joking, my heart can't help but flutter. The male lead looked at Lianhua, but the image of another woman appeared in his mind. Lady Duan, she's just like her. Then he softly said to Lianhua, on this journey, broaden your horizons and experience new things. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You should cherish it. Women truly do possess extraordinary intuition. Observing Mu Won's expression, Yanawa asked, it seems like you're longing for someone, aren't you? Am I right? Is she a woman? Mu Won honestly admitted, yes. A breathtaking beauty, just like you. A woman's intuition is truly remarkable. Yanawa's face flushed, a hint of jealousy in her eyes. Is she the one you love? Mu Won avoided Yanawa's gaze. How should I put this? She's someone I'd want to share this beautiful scenery with. Yanawa looked a bit saddened. I see. Suddenly, a light rain began to fall. The raindrops seemed to mirror Yanawa's melancholic mood. Fortunately, they found a small cave to take shelter from the rain. Yanawa shivered, her teeth chattering. I'm soaked. Mu Won, standing behind her, calmly removed his clothes. He urged her to quickly take off her soaked clothes. Otherwise, she would catch cold. Hearing this, Lianhua quickly covered herself, shyly shouting, take off what? You pervert. He inadvertently revealed his strong, toned physique, his eight-pack abs clearly defined. Do you intend to stay in those wet clothes? Don't worry, I'll turn around and absolutely won't peek. I'll stay here and build a fire for you. Lianhua looked at the man before her, hesitant. I don't know what to do. This is crazy. He's still a man. What if he can't control his manly instincts? How can I trust him? My heart is racing, but if I stay like this... Finally, Lianhua decided to remove her drenched clothes. She softly started a conversation. You seem different from other men I've met. Wu Jun asked, different how? Lianhua slowly peeled off each layer of her wet clothing. The men I've met in this world, they've all been so terribly dull and disappointing. They either scorn me or approach me with ulterior motives. There was a time I considered giving up this journey, returning to a life of quiet solitude. But then, I met you. A hero, stronger than any I've ever known. A man of unwavering honor and integrity. A true gentleman who cherishes me. Mu Gun, listening intently, softly spoke her name, Yanawa. Yanawa. She continued, the young woman you just mentioned, have you and she made any promises to each other? Mu Gun replied, no, we are not that kind of relationship, Yanawa. Yanawa seemed to relax slightly. He was silent for a moment. Then, suddenly, in the flickering firelight, Lianhua gently wrapped her arms around his bare back. She shyly confessed, I can't hold back anymore. I've fallen for you. From the moment I first saw you, I knew my heart was stirred. My heart beats wildly, as if it's about to burst. I don't understand why either. But if I can't be with you, this burning feeling makes me want to be closer to you, to soothe my aching heart. Voquan innocently asked, so what should I do now? Lianhua softly replied, hold me. The torrential rain outside continued to pour. Elsewhere, under the mystical full moon, Seal Yang stood silently. Her face was tinged with melancholy. A soldier entered and respectfully reported, my lady, we still haven't found any trace of young Master Beck. Seal Yang sighed softly upon hearing this. Still nothing. Continue to search and report back to me. She looked up at the bright moon above, her mind filled with longing for the young master. Meanwhile, deep within the dark cave, Mu Wan and Yanawa slept soundly in each other's arms, an unusual peace settling over them. Despite the storm raging outside and the turmoil in Yanawa's heart, the silent night gradually passed. The next morning, as he opened his eyes, Mu Wan propped himself up on his arm, lost in thought, replaying the events that had transpired. He sighed, realizing that even in his past life, he couldn't seem to escape the binds of love. His gaze fell upon Yanawa's sleeping face. He had initially been so resolute with her, but now an indescribable guilt welled up within him. Suddenly, Yanawa spoke, startling Mu Wan. Are you thinking about another woman? She asked. Mu Wan stammered, flustered. You're awake, Yanawa? But she maintained her sulky, reproachful expression. Why is it that whenever you're with me, you're always thinking about another woman? Mu Wan chuckled nervously, trying to soothe her. All right, I'm sorry. Yanawa burst into laughter, throwing herself into his arms playfully. Then hold me. Mu Wan looked at her, his eyes filled with a mixture of exasperation and overflowing love. Truly, she was a one-of-a-kind woman. After packing their belongings and supplies, the two mounted their horses and continued their journey. Their steeds galloped across the vast, expansive forest. Along the way, they enjoyed the beautiful natural scenery. Occasionally, they stopped to practice their martial arts. There were also times when they shared intimate moments together. And so, their journey continued for several days until they finally arrived in the prosperous city of Hangzhou. From their horses, they silently observed the bustling streets. Lianhua exclaimed in astonishment, so this is Hangzhou. It's truly bustling. Wu Jun, observing the passing crowd, asked her, have you thought it through? What are we doing here? Lianhua looked at him with a serious expression and replied, I cannot return to that cold place empty-handed. She pointed towards a magnificent building on the main street. This is the Bank of Hangzhou. Lianhua continued, we are here to secure funds for our journey through the Jianghu. She led him into the bank. Confidently, he told her he could withdraw money here. Taking advantage of this opportunity, Wu Jun also wanted to withdraw the money he had deposited, the money he had saved, all his savings from his past life, from a time of war and chaos. This was one of the places where he had entrusted his fortune. He wasn't impatient, patiently waiting for Lianhua beside him. He planned to spend a considerable amount on Wang A and the manager of the Thousand Secrets Pavilion. After receiving the money bag, Lianhua excitedly held it up to show Wu Jun. I was waiting for you. I got the money. She pushed the money bag in front of him. I've never had this much silver. Let's stay at a luxurious inn tonight and enjoy some delicious food. Wu Jun smiled and nodded. All right, let's do that. He walked past her towards the head clerk. Wu Jun turned to Lien and said, this isn't exactly a reasonable way to spend money. I'll treat you when I earn a little more. She asked, annoyed, what's the matter? But you already have a ton of money. The polite female clerk asked, how can I help you, sir? Wu Jun pulled a card from inside his robe. We're here to withdraw the money I deposited a long time ago. Lien Hua continued to chatter behind him. I earned a whole 100 taels of silver. Don't refuse my offer. He ignored her and continued with the withdrawal process. Wu Jun handed the token in his hand to the clerk. Please verify this, the experienced female clerk said. She recognized the token with a single glance. Oh, this is a golden dragon card. A golden dragon card? Only issued to customers who deposit over 100,000 taels of silver. It was issued 10 years ago. The female clerk asked, beads of sweat forming on her forehead. How much would you like to withdraw, sir? Wu Jun replied resolutely, the total is 200,000 taels, including the interest, that I have accumulated over the past 35 years. Lien Hua, standing behind Wu Jun, was completely stunned. She was utterly astonished to hear the sum of 200,000 taels that Wu Jun demanded. After Wu Jun's shocking declaration, the entire Hangzhou bank erupted into chaos. A servant frantically ran to report to the National Treasury Manager. Xiang Suan Sung. He burst through the doors of the vault, his face etched with worry. Sir, he cried, we have a huge problem. His shout startled Xian Sung, causing him to drop the silver he was holding. He angrily roared, you damn fool. Why did you barge in like that? The fat man stammered. Now is not the time for counting money. We have a serious problem, manager of Hangzhou. The plump man hurriedly recounted the entire incident. Xian Sung, upon hearing that someone had brought the golden dragon order, demanding a withdrawal of over 200,000 silver taels. What? A withdrawal that large? He wants to withdraw the entire 200,000 taels deposited 35 years ago. Principal and interest? Fatty nodded in confirmation. The golden dragon card he presented is real. The interest, accumulated over 35 years, has reached 300,000 taels. So, in total, we have to pay him 500,000 silver taels. Both fell into deep thought, searching for a solution. Paying out such a large sum at once would cause a serious crisis for our bank's operations. Furthermore, it doesn't stop there. The old man slammed his hand on the table and roared, I have to pay out interest. That's more than the principal we received? Preposterous. This is outrageous. This goes against the very principles of our bank's business and operations. Fatty completely agreed with the old man's viewpoint, but it seems he hasn't found a viable solution yet. So what do you plan to do, brother? I've already calculated everything carefully. The old man pondered for a moment, then a sinister smile crept across his face. You're still too naive. The cunning old man offered a venomous suggestion. We don't have to pay a dead man, do we? The portly man, who was in cahoots with the old man, immediately understood. You mean we eliminate him? Qian Song crossed his arms and said coldly, didn't I collude with those mercenaries to make money? Precisely to prepare for this situation? I'll take care of things here. You follow and keep an eye on him. Meanwhile, Vo Quan and Lin Hoa were dining at a renowned restaurant in Hangzhou. Her face beamed with delight. This dish is amazing. Vo Quan nodded in agreement. It's said to be the best dish in Hangzhou. She said softly, not just this one. Lien Hua blushed, shyly looking at him. This food tastes so much better, maybe because I'm dining with someone I adore. Wu Jun, charmed by her sweet words, smiled bashfully. After the romantic dinner, they strolled along the dreamy harbor. What shall we do next? He asked. There are still so many beautiful sights waiting for us, she cheerfully replied. So I want to soak up the atmosphere here a little longer. Wu Jun readily agreed and indulged her wish. All right, he said. I also need to wait a few more days to receive some money. So, should we take the opportunity to explore this beautiful Hangzhou together? He asked. Lien Hua looped her arm through his, acting coy. Show me more interesting places here, she pleaded. Suddenly, Lien Hua est Fuyun. But will you come back after you get the money? He answered honestly, I have to return my hometown in Wenzhou by boat. There are many people waiting for me there. She silently leaned her head on his shoulder, remaining quiet. You understand what I'm hoping for, don't you? Suddenly, a group of strangers appeared, interrupting their conversation. The leader spoke with a cocky sneer. Well, what a lovely sight we have here. Every time I witness such a charming couple wrapped up in each other, I feel a wave of nausea wash over me because it's just so sickeningly sweet, so overwhelmingly affectionate. Vo Quan stared blankly, confused. What in the world is going on? What kind of bullying tactic is this? Lien Hoa observed the surroundings and whispered to him, "This isn't just some random act of harassment. I think this is a premeditated ambush. An ambush by the bank. You knew this was coming, didn't you? Do you know something? Merchants are always eager to take money, but they'll turn on you in a heartbeat when it's time to pay it back." She coldly looked at the thugs encircling them. What? Are they trying to welch on their debt? Are they seriously trying to skip out on their loan? Vo Quan humorously pointed at the leader and said to her, "Look, there are actually people in this world who value the lives of others. They treat human life like dirt." The leader, enraged at being singled out by Mu Wan, roared, "You bastards! What the hell are you babbling about?" They instantly charged, weapons brandished. But in the blink of an eye, every blade shattered into pieces. The bandits stared in disbelief. What in the world? Before they could react, Manhwa unleashed a whirlwind of punches and kicks, sending them flying. In moments, the bandits were down and defeated. Mu Wan signaled for Manhwa to retreat. With incredible agility, they gracefully fled the scene. Below, Mu Wan led the way, swiftly leaping across the lanterns hanging from the rooftops, making their escape. Witnessing their effortless escape, the bandits' jaws dropped in astonishment. After a moment, one bandit stammered in awe. I can't believe it." He barked orders, "Quickly, after them. Don't lose their trail." He gritted his teeth, anxiety gnawing at him. Those two brats are a real nuisance. The bandits were relentless in their pursuit. They swarmed from dark alleys, from moored boats, weapons brandished, fiercely chasing after Mu Gun and Manhwa. He ran swiftly, evading their grasp, while keeping a protective eye on Manhwa behind him. Reaching a dead end, he signaled for her to stay close. They dropped down onto a deserted street, preparing to face the oncoming thugs. Fighting in perfect unison, their combined swordsmanship was more than a match for 10 times their number. Witnessing his comrades being flung aside, the leader ground his teeth in fury, berating his underlings. Another group of bandits was swiftly dealt with. Mu Gun and Manhwa didn't linger, continuing their escape. The leader roared, "After them! Get them!" His underlings dared not disobey, responding in unison, "Yes, boss." Manhwa gasped for breath as she ran. "Oh my God, they're not even our enemies. But why are they pursuing us so relentlessly, determined to kill us all?" Wu Jun sighed. "That's the terrifying power of money. Hurry up and tell me. Go back to the inn's common room to retrieve the weapons we left behind." Lien Hua looked at him and asked, "Those guys aren't really a big problem, are they? Do you really need to use your sword?" She spun around in midair. "If it were just you and me, even if we didn't have weapons, we could still handle them all." Seeing Lien Hua's actions, Wu Jun shouted, "Lien Hua, danger!" Her carelessness created an opening for the bandit behind her to swing his sword. Fortunately, Wu Jun reacted quickly. He grabbed her shoulder and pulled her back to protect her. He used his inner strength to break the sword in front of her, simultaneously pushing the bandit back. Full of worry, Wu Jun asked, "Lien Hua, are you all right?" Lien Hua replied gratefully, "Thank you." He grabbed her hand, pulled her along, and warned, "Don't let your guard down. These guys are not to be trifled with." Lien Hua obediently nodded. After some time dodging their pursuit, they finally made it back to the inn. Soon after, the bandits arrived, surrounding the inn from all sides. A henchman reported, "Boss, those two rats have been taught a lesson. They have nowhere left to run." The leader barked, "Don't be careless. That man is a skilled martial artist." The leader let out a sinister laugh. "Evil always finds a way to lure the rats into a trap," he said. "Burn it down," he roared. The henchmen immediately charged towards the inn with torches. Lien Hua looked out the window anxiously. "They're going to set the inn on fire." Wu Jun stood ready with a shield in hand. "We have to get out of here, and we'll compensate the innkeeper for the damages, without causing any harm. I can't damage this poor inn. Let's get out of here." Before taking action, Mu Wan carefully discussed the plan with Manhwa. "I think their leader is a formidable martial arts expert, so I'll take care of him, and you handle the rest." Manhwa angrily asked, "What?" She tightened her grip on her sword. "You want me to handle the rest? Are you saying you think I'm not strong enough?" Mu Wan stammered, No, that's not what I meant. You misunderstood." Unable to bear the insult, Manhwa raised her voice. "I'm the young mistress of the Bio sect. Do you think I can't defeat that scoundrel?" She resolutely charged out with her sword, ignoring Mu Wan's calls from behind. Wait. Yanawa launched herself into the air, unleashing an attack from above. The leader let out a triumphant laugh. You've fallen into my trap. She didn't bother responding, only coldly swung her sword down with a sharp, swift strike. He quickly drew his weapon to meet her attack. Not bad. Very impressive. The two fought fiercely, neither gaining an advantage. Each sword strike carried a deadly and cunning force. After a fierce battle, Yanawa began to pant, her body staggering as she landed on the ground. The bandits seized the opportunity, swarming her and blocking all her escape routes. Having underestimated her enemies, Yanawa found herself in a perilous situation.